Many veterans who are not here have given their lives supreme sacrifice for justice and for a good system. I have been a commander of the American Legion post in New York City at the Federal Building for over 20 years. We work in the blind veterans office and we take them around. So I do have a personal interest in what happens to veterans. And I've dedicated my life to helping veterans, even when I was with the police department and the fire department. We have veterans organizations in both those departments. And our country is only as strong as the people that are here. If the civilians, the military, and the people who work for the courthouses, they don't stand up for justice, there's no use even having a country, because what we stand for is gone. It's collapsed. The corruption is there, and it won't come back until the people take it back. Our founding fathers are turning over in their graves because of this injustice and corruption. In this courthouse we're in front of right now, everybody in the courthouse knows, they all know about the corruption that goes on in here. Somebody has to come forward and give the evidence to the Attorney General's office, Pam Bondi. That's the only way you're going to get this done. It's the only way we're going to get justice. Veterans, firefighters, police officers, school teachers, no matter who you are, you can't be a victim like me. You may never think it will happen, but it's possible.
I'm a retired first sergeant of the United States Army. I served our country for over 21 and a half years. And part of the process, I was able to obtain a top secret and maintain a top secret security clearance. And that speaks volumes because nowadays it's really difficult because of our threat level. And but I'm proud to sit and say that I served our country, maintain a top secret security clearance, and serve to protect the freedom. But the sad thing about that also is I was honored to serve in the military. I raised my right hand. I never forget that. Raised my right hand, took an oath to not only honor but to protect our constitutional rights. And when you say rights, I walk into the courtroom and see a judge in a black robe, and you expect they would take the same honor in which I took and I felt as far as raising my hand. They take a similar oath of office as I did. This judge even has a flag sitting behind him. And as I look at that flag, I think about our country, our rights. And the only thing I walked in there is ask that he protect my rights. And in the Shelby County, it's as if the judge said, well, you don't have any rights because I don't know. Judges here they act as if they're a god or someone or above the law, and that's the problem I have. And that's the sadness I feel for our country. As I have traveled through our country, throughout the world, and I come back and see that our justice system is really an injustice system. The rights that I serve our country to protect, there's no rights. I don't know if I should say there's no rights or people, we don't have the right people with the spinal cord, the backbone to protect our rights. But I do know one thing is my daughter, she's an innocent child. And I fought, served our country for 21 and a half years. And I'm willing to fight for my daughter's right for another 21 and a half years. So my main point here, and I want to emphasize that, I'm not going to quit on my daughter. The system expects for you to quit. But I'm not going to do that. But what I do ask is those who have took the similar oath as I did, when you raise your hand, that should mean something besides a ceremony procedure. It should mean something. And I think that's what we're missing right now, not only in our country, but especially here in Alabama, is we say lawless America. And I think that means you have to have something to stand upon And I think you have to have a foundation to stand upon. And the foundation is, once again, going back to the military service. The United States Constitution, that's the foundation. That's our rule, that's a guideline. And I sit here, the First Amendment, the Fifth Amendment, the 14th Amendment is there to protect my daughter's rights. It's actually to protect my daughter's rights to have a relationship with a mother, but it's also there to protect our daughter's rights to have a relationship with a father. So I serve my country. My question is, what are you going to do? Will you serve and protect our children's rights?
I'm a veteran of the U.S. Army with an honorable discharge from the U.S. Army. I see that the veterans who are coming back, and it's well documented, a lot of them are coming back to broken homes, stressed out homes, which result, unfortunately, in the breakup of families and breakup with divorce. Unfortunately, it's well documented that a lot of military pension service, the lawyers just really do not care. It's even documented in the recent class action lawsuit of 2 veterans in Georgia that were thrown in jail, okay, because they could not pay child support, and this is how you save people, thank people for serving their country instead of finding a solution. So I encourage every veteran to mobilize to support the family, because that's what you have gone out and served your country to do in any way possible. More importantly, many of our constitutional rights are being violated by the very courts that are empowered and entrusted to uphold them.